you want one more? finish getting set up here, which means I gotta adjust my camera. Sorry about this. Must have bumped it. Whoa, I'm quiet? Yeah, I am pretty quiet. Because I've still got the music on, that's why. Oh boy, okay. Hang on, I'm checking on something for my filter. Think of it that way. Honestly, imagine that is how I like to think of it. It's not, you're not getting lost, you're having an adventure. Because if I admit that I'm lost, everybody laughs at me. Hi DJ, hello. It's Friday night, which means it's late night adventures, and I'm very excited because I found the soundtrack on Spotify. Good old spoofy. And they're missing some of the themes, though, I think. Oh, no, there it is. There's the one I was looking for. This is the one I was looking for earlier. Nice. But hello, how is everybody tonight? Or this morning, in DJ's case. It is well into the morning for you. How is everybody? Hope you're doing good. I just woke up from a 3-hour nap. Because I was a genius and decided, I'm gonna have 2 big old glasses of wine. That's not gonna mess with me. I was very tired. More tired than I expected, but took a nap. Stone cold sober. So let's pretend to be a vampire. Ooh. Dirty martinis. Sounds like a good time. Oh. Alright. I believe it. Did I? There we go. I was like, I feel like I'm sitting in a tunnel. I feel so muffled. Why am I so... Now, why can't I hear myself properly? I didn't have the noise canceling on. Okay. So let's actually get my game booted up. Because I haven't played this in a hot minute. Yes, this is the one I want. And I believe I can use my game capture for this. Hang on, let me make sure he's not... Okay. Did you finish your first one? I suppose that's my question. Did you finish the first one? Oh, that's what that is. We don't want to do that. Of course not. I need to finish mine. I need to finish my playthrough of Wrath of the Righteous, because I have one as a sorcerer that I got pretty far, and one is a, I feel like... Hang on. I knew it. My proportions were off. Hang on. Stretch to screen. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. I'm bad at finishing games. So am I. So am I. I usually never finish my first playthrough. It's usually like my second or third playthrough that I finish. Because I get attached to a class. I finally get attached to a class. Sorcerer Cleric Multiclass. That's an interesting choice. What kind of sorcerer are you that you've been able to spec out in a cleric? Ah, okay, you're trying to get the special class. Okay. Okay, I think this was Rose. You have to remember, I haven't done this in a while, so I don't remember. Ah! We are in a club, and we're, Ah, Azada. Okay. Yeah, I have one where I'm an angel with a class. So let me check what I'm doing. Okay, bad blood. Explosive beginning. Did I... Ready for the hunter. Then blood, surfs up. Oh, okay. I don't think I've done the quest for, dude, what's his name? Totally not Greg Ellis over there. I mean, I can do some cool stuff, but... Okay, first things first. Ah, look at us getting down with our bad selves. I missed this. I love how everyone stops to come and dance around you. Oh, that guy. He went outside dressed like that. Oh, two of them did. Okay. This is interesting. Excuse me. Pardon me. I'd like to... Thank you. Okay. This dude. I want to... Nox, that's his name. I wanted to call him Knives. I was like, what is your name? It's something. But I don't remember what your name is. How's it going on? What's going on, Nox?
Yeah, not much. Just waiting around for my master.
Is the audio kind of tinny for you guys? Because it sounds a little tinny to me. And I'm wondering if it has to do with the input. So it could be I'm hearing this and you're not.
Oh man, not good! That's why I'm waiting to talk to him. Oh man, his name's Bertram Tongue. He's a Nosferatu.
Really? No kidding. I'm looking for this guy.
Oh man, I wish I knew where he was. I'm getting antsy waiting around for him. I need to tell him some stuff.
Yeah, the voice is weird? Okay.
Or stays or anything. Oh man, whenever he needs me, just, you know, appears.
I wonder if it's the game. We'll see. 1 second.
Oh man! Well, he's like the only vampire I know, but well, he seems pretty damn powerful. Oh man, his friends are looking at you.
I'm gonna have to see if I can play around with this. This doesn't sound right. Well, at least I was smart enough to leave the subtitles turned on, I suppose.
Like a vampire, I don't know. Oh man, this guy, this thing got wise to me. Now instead of me watching him, he's watching me, you know? I see this guy appear around me all the time, like off in the distance watching me. He'll warp up next to me. Oh man,
Are you starting yet another campaign? My god, dude. That's what, you're DMing 2 campaigns? Dude!
hell yeah! Right on! Okay, like I said, he's some kind of Asian vampire thing, you know? The only clue I got is this driver's license that he dropped once while I was tailing him. He's so freaked out that I haven't even had a chance to check it out.
Okay.
Right on! Just come
hey, can you tell me where I can get stuff?
As a matter of fact, I can. Just see my man Trip at the pawn shop. He won't sell to just anyone, but tell him you know Knox, and he'll set you right up.
Alright. Thanks, Knox. Okay, I would love to chat with you more, but something... I don't want to do weapons. Okay, hang on. I want to look at my options here. What's going on? Audio is really low. Okay, high quality audio, visual. Okay. Well, I'll tab out here for a second, and I want to check my inputs. I want to make sure that I'm using the correct inputs here. Yeah, because that doesn't sound tinny. That's just... It could be the mod. It could be the mod. Let's go stand next to the world is ending dude and see how he sounds.
Corruption of the soul is pandemic. There is no hiding your true face to the judge of souls. Redemption.
Yeah, I guess they're all just gonna sound a little bit tinny, which is awkward. I don't remember it being like that before. This is an interesting bug. Yeah, they do sound like they're in a can of beans. It is kind of interesting.
Corruption of the soul is pandemic.
Hello, LA. You're up way past your bedtime.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna try something and see if it fixes it. He does sound a little bit like Gilbert Gottfried, doesn't he? Now, the awkward thing is I'm pretty sure you guys can hear this, but I can't. Which I wish I could explain why. But it's weird. Hang on. Yeah, that would be awkward, wouldn't it? But I will see. I will see. I'm going to open the game up again, and you can tell me whether or not everybody sounds like they are in a can of beans. Oh, I can still hear it. Interesting. Ooh, new gifts. I think this is the mod. This sounds like it's just an awkward... What if I turn off the high quality audio? What if I turn that off? Man, this is weird. I think this is the mod. I don't know what's going on, but I don't think this is something that the game's gonna let me fix. Which is really strange. Can't hear anything? Hooray for technical difficulties. Everybody's favorite part of the game. Everybody's favorite part. I have to spend like 20 minutes fixing this shit. Okay, that's doing its thing. Like it's supposed to. I'm gonna try this again. Turn off the high quality audio.
Vigo. So.
Yeah, okay. I think they are just gonna sound a little tinny. Oh, hello, Anglo. Welcome in. I do too. I hope you can. You're willing to put up with the fact that everybody kind of sounds like they're talking into a can, because there's something wonky with the audio with the voices, and I can't fix it, which makes me really upset. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I wish I could tell you, but I don't know. I'll have to look into it a little bit off stream. But for tonight, everyone is talking into one of those. You know when you're a kid and you have that, like, the two cans with the string? That's what everybody's talking into in this particular rendition of the game. So, what was I doing? Driver's license. Virgil Crumb, that's his name. Okay.
Arrivederci, Vigo. Caller 2, you're on the Deb of Night. Be gentle.
Thank you.
Hello.
Bond written March 3rd, March 25th, 2002. 2 counts public disturbance, drunken nudity, case number, bond amount 5,000, type of bond, cash paid in full, local, void,
Gomez, what's the latest
subject's
conspiracy?
corpse identified, being held at medical clinic of morgue, authorities notifying next of kin. Okay, so we gotta go find this guy in the morgue. Gonna go to the morgue. Riley, is the game audio back? Like, you can hear it again? This is really weird. I've never had this happen before. It could just be that it's grumpy. I haven't turned it on in a while, and it's like, everything's gonna sound like they're talking into a can of beans. Because why the frig not? That'd be fun. Let's mess with Catherine's day. The computer's just grumpy that I woke it up to play games when it's still pretty hot out. Okay, good. At least you guys can hear. That's the important part. I'll have to look into fixing the audio off stream. Hey, buddy. Oh, I forget. Is he still mad at me? Will he not sell me stuff?
Blood don't grow on trees.
Ah. What can I do to make it for the... Okay. Oops.
Now that you let that one go, I have to go out and find someone else to fill the chair. But it's kind of chilly out, and now that my co-pilot's been devoured, I'm flying solo. I need a new body. Find another donor and I'll whip up a fresh batch.
I don't think I can pay this guy to overlook it. I think I have to get him someone else. Which makes me really upset, because I don't like sending people to this dude, because this dude is a friggin' serial killer.
That's interesting. A missed opportunity. Guns make people cocky. They never appreciate what a skilled hand married to a knife can do. All you have to do is get close enough to cut off the trigger finger. Or their face. You like to talk, don't you? I want to hear a story. Tell me, what's the best way you violenced up someone?
I can send evil people to him. I could do that.
If I like your story, I'll sell you some blood. Blood comes from out of the living, from all kinds in a red torrent. The crimson seep at the speed of a heartbeat. For each drop, a teeny bit of life shed. You don't care how it's got, as long as it is. You'll be begging for it, and not getting any.
Yeah, it's... I think there's a way to convince him. I just have to remember how to do it. Yeah, no, I play the game a similar way, Anglo. I mean, mostly the issue is that I play characters who it benefits me to have a high humanity. And I'm playing as a gangrel right now, so it's actually to my benefit to try and keep my my humanity fairly high, because the last thing I want to do in a fight is frenzy. Subject died from heart failure. Personal items in storage B. Okay. They just left his body out, you know, which I appreciate. Oh my gosh, I haven't noticed this before. His eyes are two different colors. That's creepy. Huzzah! I am excellent at thief. And foxy boxes. Alright, how do I get out of here? I go this way. That's how. Okay, and I have been this way. It's Malcolm's office key that I don't need. So I'm pretty sure I already broke in and took all the morphine. Yes, I did. I am an upstanding citizen of society. I have the moral high ground, Anakin. You'll never be able to defeat me. Okay. That is a wonderful marketing campaign there. Just a fox. My initial observations of the city indicate that the Canaanites here are both scattered and unorganized. There are 3 individuals of note, but they seem to be involved in some sort of dispute. I shall continue to watch and listen. Sorry, I lost my place there for 2 seconds. These Canaanites are a curious and fragile race. They waste the gift of their immortality on petty schemings and fleshly gain. We will have little problem making this city our own. It seems that my presence here has been noted by one of the Canaanites, a Nosferatu, I believe they are called. He has entrusted the responsibility of my surveillance to a bumbling mortal fool. I have begun to follow this so-called spy, a small, amusing respite from my usual duties. It seems that I have drawn the attention of a newcomer, an agent of the prince. I know very little about this individual, but the agent seems much more resourceful than most Canaanites I have observed. I will prepare myself in the event that our paths cross. 4-2. 2 days before I turn 10 years old. The agent of whom I spoke before has discovered the corpse of Virgil Crumb. An altercation seems imminent. If I do not survive, let my last report state that Santa Monica is ripe for the taking. You will find little resistance if we come here in force. That is a pretty clock. Okay. Let's go punch a guy. Okay. Ow. it landed on my head. What happened? That is cheating. Come here. Oh, I'm frenzying. I'm frenzying. I got no control. Okay. Okay. Well. That was almost very bad. But I'm okay. Let's patch myself up a teensy smidge. Oh man, that was... Oof. It's a good thing I was not outside when that happened. Otherwise, that could have been very bad. It's the one drawback to playing Gangrel and Bruja, is that increased frenzy chance. Okay. Go tell Knox I did the thing. Go listen to him talking to his can of beans. Spiced latte? Pumpkin spiced lattes? It's totally not Starbucks.
Yo, girl, you do that thing yet?
I did. You don't have to worry about it.
Oh, thank God! Oh, man! Yes! That thing was hounding me like every night. Look, still haven't heard anything from Bertram. Sorry, okay? Still let him know, but for now, I have no way to repay you.
Alright, you have any idea what that thing was?
Bertram said it's like a vampire, but different, you know? It's like what they have in China instead of vampires. He said lots of them are coming to California for some reason. I don't know.
Interesting. I better go. Thank you, Nox, for the XP. Let's go stand outside for a second, because I need to check some things. I have 13 experience that I haven't used. It's a lot of experience. Okay. So, who was I? Animalism custom. Okay, that was my thing. Okay. Okay, Rosie, I'm starting to remember how to play. I'm starting to remember how to play the game. Put points in there. Because that would be a good thing to up my stuff for. Let me see, what else do I want to do? What else can I do? Can up my stamina. I can up my subterfuge. I'll dump my points into the intelligence. I'll just spend them all. I need a snack. I gotta go find a snack. Hang on. I gotta go eat somebody. Oh goodness, something terrible has happened here. Totally wasn't my fault. Ah ha 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 ha! Sir! You are a godsend! Come here. I'm just gonna nom on your shoulder for a minute. Oh boy. When the animations screw up, the animations screw up. Oh boy, this game. Okay. You guys saw that, right? You sirs are great magicians. Oh, okay, that was creepy. Okay. Oh, this game is so broken, it's so funny. Okay. Do 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 do. Alright. Ah, you shot your friend for me. Thank you. Alright, we're just gonna eat the guy with the shotgun. Combat's so easy when I can just punch my way out of everything. Take your shotgun. Alright. Are there any other things I was supposed to do? Yeah, no, this is gonna be it. I'm getting close to the end. I'm sorry.
I'm terribly sorry about that. My sister was just furious about your refusal to take part in her design.
Guys, I broke the rules. I think the masquerade may have been... I probably shouldn't have whipped my claws out in front of the poor diner dude.
Help!
I'm very sorry, sir. I didn't mean... I shouldn't have gone full beast on your dead patrons. I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to scare the shit out of you. Oh, boy. Oh. I didn't mean to do that, but I did. Oopsies. It's cool, though. It's my first violation. I'm fine. I think I can fix it. What do you miss? No, I'll be okay. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. I'll find ways to, make it back to fix it. Now. Oh boy, this is gonna be tough. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get the most XP out of this quest that I normally would. Oof. Big oof. I don't think my persuasion's high enough. I'm gonna try, but I don't think it's gonna work. Okay. Oops, it's not the quick save button. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna save the game and see if I can do this. But I doubt it.
You. I'm really sorry it had to end this way. I truly am. You seemed promising.
Hi, Griff.
You've been tainted by the stink of my sister's schemes. And now I'm going to make sure she never double-crosses me again. Don't listen to her. She'll kill us both. Save me and I'll help you find Bertram. I swear. Shut up, Jeanette. I warned you to stay away from Tongue. He's turned you against me. I always looked out for you, but you couldn't stand my success. You had to meddle, didn't you? I didn't want it to end like this, but you forced me. You never gave me any credit for anything, Therese. I was the one calling the shots. Bertram was dancing on my leash. How does it feel to know that I beat you?
Okay, we're gonna try to do this. but it might not work.
Isn't it obvious? I'm about to rid the night of this deviant,
I'm doing
backstabbing
good, Griff.
whore. Do you realize that despite her condition, she still fornicates with kind, no less? So
Still waking up a teensy bit.
So
Took a nice
unclean.
long nap
No
before
one's
stream.
talk, dear sister. Or should I say daddy's little girl? Do you want to know just how depraved the Baron of Santa Monica can be? Shut up, Jeanette. You'd love
Oh
the
my
world to
gosh,
think
this
you're
camera's
saint.
having a
When you
day.
thought I was asleep, I used to hear Father come in at night. I heard him whisper how much he loved you in your ear before he... Don't finish that sentence, or you're dead.
Both of you stop.
Don't you want to hear what happened? How she became the pillar of the community she is today? Shut up. Just shut up!
Stop it right now, both of you. This is ridiculous.
Don't try and stop me. I've had to overlook her treachery, her seduction, relations with my enemies, and the consequences of it. But I won't endure her any longer. Endure me? Dear sister, you've done everything you could to smother me. You love to bury me in your closet, along with all your other skeletons. I'm the good girl. You're the wicked one. You've done nothing but plot against me, when I had our best interests at heart. And despite that, I've always covered up your mistakes. I've taken care of you. And this is how you repay me? Taken care of me. You've done nothing but keep me down.
This is like
Blame me
watching
for every
the
mistake.
DM
Did you
have
expect
a
me to let you rule
conversation
my life until the end of time?
with themselves,
sister.
like have
You've had
like
it
two
coming since our
NPCs
last
working
sunrise.
something
Is
out.
that
It's
right,
hilarious.
dear?
That's what this
If
is.
it wasn't
That's
for
what
me,
this
you would
feels
have
like.
never survived this long. Remember? They tried to separate us, but I refused. I chose this life and brought you into it so that we could stay together. Obviously, you've forgotten.
Well, maybe y'all should just not stab each other?
She's a control freak. People, things, emotions. If she can't control something, she gets rid of it. And you're a wild animal. You'll rub up against anything that'll take you in for the night. Then when you're stuffed and bored, you bite the hand that fed you.
But maybe, what if you didn't stab?
I don't think that's possible. How could I ever think to trust her again? Trust me? Who could trust you after what happened with Father Dearest? Father loved me. I was a good girl. I always did what I was told. You always hated that he loved me. You disobeyed him. You brought men home when he wasn't there. You were an awful daughter to him.
But it's all in the past. You know, we're talking this out. We're having a good, nice therapy session. I'm not getting paid for any of this, by the way. I mean, I'm just kind of here. But, you know, we're working it out. You're working it out. And that's the important part. Communication.
Father came home drunk one day and mistook me for Therese. Because I'd fallen asleep in her bed. Don't listen to her. She's lying. Therese walked in while he was there, and she saw me lying with him, and so she went to the closet and pulled out his hunting shotgun, loaded it with deer shot, and blew his mind out all over the silly clown wallpaper. That's a lie. Father killed himself because of Jeanette. She made him miserable. As I recall, he died with a smile on his face.
Look, whatever happened, you guys need to move on.
Why? How will this time be any different?
I mean, because I don't think you guys would actually be able to function without the other.
I'd be better off without her. Have you been paying attention? Oh, yes, Therese. Without me, you'd be free to remake this city in your own image. It'd be the first beachfront morgue.
Then how about because, you know, what working together would get you?
Therese doesn't like to share. Jeanette's irresponsible. She's undependable. A venture like mine requires class and distinction, which is something a pigtailed face-painting harlot does not lend very well. You do have a way with words, sister. You're right. I'm not in the same class, am I? I mean, murderers
God
are so
damn,
smart.
you are one striking looking piece of ass.
Hi, Farrell. How are you? I hope you were able to get in a decent nap. I managed to get one in.
More responsibility. So that she can ruin every opportunity I give her? Of course. You're the only one who can secure zoning permits and shake hands. I'd never be able to keep up. But I only do it for attention and out of love. You do it because you're vindictive and jealous, and you deserve it.
Yeah, I did. Those glasses of wine I had were bigger than I thought, and I was very, very tipsy, so I took a nap, and now I'm stone cold sober.
If she would stop treating me like a child, if she would start behaving like a rational adult.
Oh, come on. You guys got along at some point, right?
Yes, there was a time.
All right.
When
I think I was
a child,
able to pull it
I didn't
off.
have many friends. I suppose Jeanette was the only one. We never did get to go out of the house much. Father wouldn't allow us. He said we'd get hurt, so we stayed inside and we imagined our own worlds. And we spent so much time there together, ruling over those places. Those were happier times, before we grew apart.
Oh. Yeah, no, it's always weird to have, like, have to work things out when you are yourself. When you are all the NPCs. It is a weird feeling. It's bizarrely entertaining to watch other people do it, though. Yeah, no, you guys don't want to kill each other, do you?
I never did. No, I guess I don't.
Oh, I'm so
Jeanette,
glad I was able to pull this off.
if I
I
were
was
to
so
give-
afraid I wasn't going to be able
offer
to.
you equal control in Santa Monica. Would you quit consorting with Tongue? I'll stop working against you with him. But since I've got him in my pocket already, there's no reason for me not to pay him a little visit once in a while.
Oh,
It
Farrell.
can be of use. That's
I'm
not
sorry
a bad
you weren't able
plan.
to sleep for
There's
very
just one
long.
more
I hope
thing.
you're able to
I
get
want to
maybe
return
another
to
nap
Santa
in later
Monica,
in the day.
but only publicly. I want you to continue to convince others that our relations are strained. That way, we know who our enemies are. I agree. Take it. I'd hate to look at it again and think of what almost transpired. I suppose now that Jeanette and I have settled our differences, I'll call off the feud with Tongue. Bertram's hiding in an empty oil tank at the
I
old
got
gas
a
station.
humanity
I'll tell him
point.
to expect a visitor, and I'll ask him to be extra nice.
Thank you, ladies.
Please give Santa Monica's regards to the prince, and keep your tongue tied about what happened tonight, or we'll have to.
New achievement unlocked! The Negotiator. Resolve Jeanette and Therese's differences. I got an achievement, guys!
Kill you.
I always wonder, though, about Therese and Jeanette. They're one of my favorite NPCs in this game. Because I always wonder exactly what the story is. Was Therese... I think Therese is the dominant personality. But I wonder if, like, you know, maybe it was... Therese was the actual girl in the body, and Jeanette was her imaginary friend. Like, she was what she wanted to be, but never could be. Like, I've always wondered, or if there actually was a Therese and a Jeanette, and when Therese killed her father, she accidentally killed Jeanette as well, and then when she turned, Jeanette became her, like, her secondary personality. Like, I've always wondered about them. Because they're such an interesting character. And that's honestly something that this game really did well. It had such interesting NPCs. And I'm a sucker for, you know, for lore and mysteries and just wondering. Hi, Birdie. How are you?
Look who finally made it. Thought you'd never find me, did you, sweetheart?
Thank you for the 13 bits, Griff.
I've gotten good at knowing when I'm wanted. Oh, so you're who I'm waiting on. Someone must have faith in you, Cupcake. That, or they want you out of the picture. Interesting choice either way.
And you must be Bertram Tongue.
The one and only. But don't bother with the introductions, fledgling. I know who you are.
You do?
News travels down the kindred grapevine like wildfire. And that courtroom spat between LaCroix and Nines Rodriguez is a juicy little morsel. And you in the middle. How interesting.
So you know I survived.
Oh, you did you? Well, I wasn't worried. So why did you need to find me? What did you need?
I have to get to a warehouse.
Oh, never mind. The warehouse, though. I've been watching the place. The Sabbat has a bunch of low-life humans working day and night to move stuff through there. There's some major staging going on.
Just humans?
As far as I can tell. The humans seem to know the score from the way they've been talking. I think most of them have aspirations of joining the next graduating class of shovelheads. Ugh, losers.
So you can get me there.
Yes, I can. Just tell me when you're ready, and we'll leave. Once you're there, however, you're on your own. You'll have to get into the place and plant the explosives in the middle office to take the whole structure down.
Alright, well, I was bone ready. Let's do this. So it'll be easy for me. Well, first, I gotta level up, because I got 9 experience points, baby. 9. Saying an animal tongue. Ah. Protection of the beast. Will I be Oh yeah, I'm gonna punch the crap out of everything. I'll put another point into blood buff, actually. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I am playing as a gangrel, which is different than what I usually do. I usually play as a Ventru or a Tremere. I like to play types of vampires that can dominate. Played a bard today, so I need less charisma at some point. Hello, sir. I'm gonna eat you. Oh, man, yeah, it's... Love bards. If... I would love bards more if they were given access from the get-go to the same... almost the same spells as sorcerers and wizards. I would love bards more that way. As it stands, I'm a martial girl myself. I like to play the martial classes a lot. Play a lot of rangers. A lot of rogues. I've never actually looked over here for stuff. Now it's gonna be tough for me to sneak over. So this may be... I have mixed feelings about monks. As a player, I can appreciate what monks do. Like what they are class-wise. I can appreciate monks. As a DM, I hate them. I hate them so much. If I'm running a campaign and someone says, I'm gonna be a monk, I sit there and I go, oh, God. Well, there goes the giant, fun snake boss I was gonna throw at you guys. Never mind.
What the fuck is going on here tonight? Fox is all in everyone's face and shit.
Didn't you hear? A new shipment came in. Some pretty serious hardware.
Yeah, I heard. But what the fuck? We get that kind of shit in here all the time. What's so different about tonight?
I don't know. Marcus is tense as a motherfucker. Maybe you heard something.
Like what?
Like, I don't know, but keep your fucking eyes open. And someone better tell those clowns in the freight house to quit playing cards before Marcus comes out and starts peeling fucking caps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, so how can I do this? Because I don't remember if I cause too much noise out here, if I'm not going to be able to do this the sneaky way, which is how I prefer to do it. Are they both there? Dang it. Is there something I can throw, maybe? Get one of them to go away? Man! Alright. I may have to do this the punchy way. Which I'd really rather not do, if I can get away with it. But that's why we saved the game, just in case. Did I miss? Yeah, I missed it. Hang on. Damage output. What always annoys me about monks is the, more or less, like, they become immune to a bunch of conditions. Oh, no, I can't see. Boop, 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 boop. Did the doors close? The doors might have closed.
Freeze, motherfucker!
Ow! Jeez, dude. I just wanted to sneak up behind you. That's all I wanted to do. There's a ring over here somewhere. Up, 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 up. I just saw it. Did I pick it up? Up, yep, okay. I must have automatically picked it up. Oh, merciful God. It's the dragons! It's the smoking dragons of the raid! Hello, everyone! Welcome in, raiders! Good evening! Good morning, wherever you are in the world. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid, Smoking Dragons. Can I get a shout out for the dragons, please? If you're still here, Griff.
Order a pizza. Order a pizza. Where are they gonna deliver it?
Okay, cool. I can still sneak out.
And now for something completely different.
I did see you guys were doing a one-shot. How did it go? Did you guys have a good time? Did Zero do a good job? Of course Zero did a good job. It's really hard to screw up being a DM. There's so many different ways to do it. Hello, Dragon Wolf. Welcome in. Hello, Biggest. Hello, BGs. How are you? Staying alive. Hello again, Imagine. Okay. So it looks like I can do this the way I like to do it. think I gotta wait for this guy to move. Yep, now you may close one of the prawny windows.
Yeah, it's not so bad.
It'd be very confusing if there was two of me.
Cities, you understand that? Working with the crew that runs the whole city, you can do anything you want. Kill anyone who gets in your way. Fly all over the place.
But what about blood? Do we really gotta drink blood?
That's how they do it up in the movies.
That's kind of nasty. What if I want a sandwich or something?
How should I know? It probably tastes good to vampires.
It's still nasty. It's sex. Don't tell me I gotta give up hitting it, because my cousin's got her friend staying at my house and she...
Man, how do you expect me to know? Not like it falls off, right?
What?
You never use
Oh yeah, no worries, Imagine. No worries. Enjoy your K-pop.
Just keep your eyes open. We screw this shit up, kids flying, sex in your ass, goodbye. These Sabat guys, they said they'd kill us and our families if we blew it.
I never agreed to.
Look, just shut up and shoot anybody who ain't supposed to be here.
Oh no.
What was that?
Nothing? Absolutely nothing. Oh, I miss my Jedi mind powers. Get in the room, woman. Get in the room. Okay. Shotgun? Can grab shotgun? Nope, we'll grab shotgun on the way out. Okay. That's how this is gonna be. I was very scared for a moment. I was very scared that he'd seen me. I was like, please God, no. Alright. I'm gonna take that. You have a lovely day, sir. No! Oh, shut the door! Back. Ow! They shut the door just as I was getting there. Oh my God, I'm so mad about this right now. You have no idea how mad I am about this. Now I've actually got to punch my way out of my problem. Oh, I'm so mad about this. Oh, and I need to eat. I need to eat somebody. I'm gonna eat somebody. It might as well be. Oh, I'm dead. Ah, man. Okay. That did not go as well as it should have. But it's okay. That's why we saved the game. I choked. You know what happened? I choked. I choked. Okay. Sneak over here. You didn't see anything. Alright. If they close the door again, it might be faster for me to just go out the back. Don't get stuck, woman.
What was that? What was that?
Nothing. Okay. Okay. We're gonna go out the back. We're gonna go a different way this time. We're gonna go a different way because I don't feel like dealing with these morons. We're gonna go another way, which, albeit not as sneaky as I'd like, we'll have to do. Yeah. That door does shut fast. Okay. Going out the back this time. If I go this way, I don't have to deal with the dude with the shotgun. Which is a bonus. Or... Okay. Yep, I want to go this way. Running outside. Come on. Murder. Punch! Falcon punch! Oh my God. Okay. attention. Come on. There we go. Oh my god. That was painful. What the actual hell? I have no idea why my gal choked there and didn't finish eating him. Oh. Well, this explains everything. Okay. You guys didn't let me eat your friend, so now I'm gonna eat one of you. Okay. Oh my god. That was much more painful than it needed to be. Jesus Christos. Okay. Come on. There's a reason I don't like going this way. There's definitely a reason why I don't like going this way. Whoop. Can I just go this way? Yep, we're just gonna leave. We're just gonna run away.
Where you going, man?
Away from you! Leave me alone! Just gotta get to the exit. Ah! Man! Oh, that was far closer than I care to cut it. Oh man, that was close. I don't like going that way.
The warehouse. Your handiwork, I presume?
Hello, Beckett. I like option number 3. Oh yeah, I do like option number 3. That's cute. But yeah, no, that was me.
Hopefully no Sabbat saw you escape. They can be somewhat antagonistic.
Well, I kind of had to run screaming out the back door, like the Dukes of Hazzard theme was playing while I was running out the back. That's exactly what was going on. So who are you and why have you been following me?
I see my reputation, for once, does not precede me. My name is Beckett. I haven't been following you per se. We've just coincidentally been at the same places at the same time, for different reasons. So sorry if I unnerved you. Tell me, have you by chance seen or felt anything strange since your embrace?
No, no one saw me run out the back door screaming bloody murder.
Thin bloods. They're a fascination of mine.
You definitely didn't see me run screaming out the back door.
Human-like kindred, hence the name, Thin Blood. But they are sired same as any of us. I've heard a large concentration of them live in this city. They're one of the reasons I'm in Los Angeles.
I saw a ghost.
A ghost? Quite ordinary. I generally pay wraiths no mind. All but a few are willing to give up their secrets.
Ghost was also really dumb. Instead of dropping an elevator with me in it, he would try to drop the elevator on me. I've never played the actual tabletop game. I have a friend who has all of the books, and we'd love to run a game at some point. It's just we don't have the time. We have to get somebody to DM it because neither of us wants to run it. Yep. Riley has every rule book known to man. Every time I turn around, he's got a brand new tabletop system for us to try. Okay, Santa Monica's split personality.
She's undoubtedly Malkavian. Or should I say, they are undoubtedly
You don't have
Malkavian.
a problem. You just really like games, like I do.
Most of my contacts here report sensing something unusual in the night air. Like a sense of dread or pressure. But I'm not a native to these parts, so I can't tell if it's irregular. And since you're still fresh, perhaps you're not attuned to it. Pleasure meeting your acquaintance, but there are rumblings for me to discredit. We shall, I'm certain, meet again. Or never again. Good night, young one, and be careful. You're very likely being hunted by the Sabbat.
Alright, goodbye, Beckett. Goodbye, man. If only I were as snazzy a dresser as you. Okay. Well, that's Santa Monica finished. Hi, Bertram.
Nice work, Cupcake. I felt that explosion a mile away. It's all over the news, too. Man, there's gonna be some pissed off Sabbat just howling for blood tonight.
Dude, you really need a dentist. You ever meet somebody named Beckett?
Beckett? Well, I know of him. Why?
Oh, I spoke to him.
No kidding. Huh. Must be something major happening if he's in town. Beckett is a historian of sorts. He's unearthed more vampire lore than anyone. But that's all Beckett does. Seek the truth behind our condition.
Well, that's cool, but I think... Oh, actually...
What do you need?
I did meet Knox.
I know you did. Sharp kid. Can track like a bloodhound. I watched him work for a while before I approached him. I had no idea how eager he would be to help.
You knew that?
I knew you would. I had him watching you-know-who for me. It was inevitable you'd pass through her joint. I told him to keep an eye out for you, gave him lines to feed you, the whole bit. Come on, fledgling, don't ever think you're ahead of the ball in this game. No matter what action you take, some kindred you never even met already foresaw it and found a way to profit from it.
Other
Like
questions.
what?
Oh, okay, so you're just lore. Okay, you're lore. So I don't really need anything from you. Suppose if we ever wanted to go on a vampire lore dive, that would be we pull up the vampire wiki and really go on a lore dive. Be like digging through Reddit. Okay. So before I move on to the next section of the game, I am going to run back to my, my hidey hole. Jeez! Everybody is rocketing across the screen today. It's the second time that's happened. Officer, maybe lay off the stimulants, okay? That or everybody in California is actually secretly a fabulous magician.
The Southland slasher has been closing the Santa Monica pier, where the body was found earlier tonight. Investigators say the scene closely mirrors those of slayings in Glendale and Long Beach.
Okay.
In both cases, the bodies of the victims were
Check
described
my
as
email.
torn apart, though details are being withheld from the public at this time. Police urge anyone
The
with
White
information
King moves
relating
to
this
protect
case
his pawn.
to contact them. A massive gelatinous creature that
Too many
washed up on the
vampires, it would
beaches
seem.
of Providence,
You know,
Rhode
that's
Island,
really
has
the
scientists
truth.
scratching
Everybody's a
their heads.
vampire.
Found by a
That's the
jogger
big plot
early on
twist.
Tuesday
Everyone is a
morning who says he
vampire.
smelled it a mile away. The mystery creature
Okay.
is thought to be some form of giant octopus, though marine biologists then
So, let's move on to the next section of the game. Let's actually go to downtown LA. Because I have no idea when the new, when the mod content actually starts in this game. But I know we have to get through Santa Monica at least.
Where to?
Away from here. Let's go downtown. Oh, I got pounced. Aw, dude hit me with a bat. It's cheating.
Let's drain it. Let's stake it and leave it out for the sunrise.
We're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Think you could blow up our warehouse and get away with it? Ah, lick.
Yes.
Let's pull out its eyes and its tongue and its teeth. I want its teeth.
You can't have him.
Camarilla, fuck.
Ow.
Boys, I think we could all use a little.
Oh god, I got curved so bad. His foot is actually going through my chest.
Roams will get wet.
Son of a bitch!
Leave.
There's 3 of us, Rodriguez.
Yeah. 3 of us. What are you gonna do? Shoot us?
Well, I've got this grenade.
This ain't over. We'll find you. You too, Rodriguez.
I mean,
You're both dead.
I mean, we are actually, yes.
Messes with the Sabat and lives.
Keep moving. Trouble sure seems to like you.
Can I get off the pavement, please?
Good effort. Execution needs a little work. You look like shit. Name's Nines.
Hello, Rodriguez. Hello. It's always so wonderful to see you.
Should have been more careful, newbie. Bunch of shovelheads like that. They walk tough, but they scare easy. Just tear an ear off or something.
I will remember that.
You do that. Me? I got things to deal with. Why don't you pay me a visit at the last round tonight? I don't know what you've heard so far, but it's time you heard the real story.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
This is a mean existence. Stay out of trouble, kid.
We're going back downtown, where it all began. Okay, alright. AI disabled, thank you. Alright. Look at it! It's so beautiful! I do not know if this is actually kind of what downtown Los Angeles looks like. I've never been to LA, actually. Been to the Bay Area, but never to Los Angeles. Whew. Oh, check it out. Check it out. It's our man. It's our boy. Oh my gosh. Crimes. Crimes are happening. Larry is completely unfazed. So I take it back. He's actually, Larry's got a gun? Okay, Larry's cool. What's happening? Hi, Saman. How are you? I will get some more water. I'm just gonna leave. Just gonna go stand over here. Larry, I want to shop. Hey, man.
Baby girl, I saw you coming from down the street and I started praying to the Lord to find it in his heart to send you to me.
As soon as
And
I'm done doing what I need to do,
hallelujah,
Larry, I
everything
will
come
get
through
some
for
more
me.
water and I will
Welcome
hydrate.
to Fat Larry's Trucker Man. I am the proprietor and salesman of the month several years in a row. The ladies call me, oh God, but you can call me Fat Larry with a F-A-T, cause there's more of me to love.
Oh, Larry, I missed you. I missed you, Larry. You're the best. What you got in the truck?
Now, that is a legitimate question, but a better question to be, What don't I got in this truck? Cause at Fat Larry's, my motto is, everything's got a price, but I probably know somebody who can get it anyway.
Alright, you gonna talk all night or sell me something?
Counterfeit? Man, I look like one of those peanut-headed rock-smoking brothers selling...
Oh, jeez. I screwed up. I didn't mean to say that. Alright. Just show me what you're selling, dude.
Nah, that's what I like to hear. But it's like this. I save my best stuff for select clientele. Now, that don't mean I don't appreciate your business. It's just, you know, business.
Nice.
Yo, man, got a Galapagos turtle. This week only.
Alright. Let's sell you the guns because I don't need them.
Galapagos turtle. This week only. Yo. Koala ears. Lazy eye hammocks and dwarf saddle. Right here. Only David Duchovny sick. Signed, sealed, and certified.
I cannot sell my fists. If only I could.
Don't walk on by. I look like Dionne Warwick.
Okay.
Yo,
Alright.
got a Galapagos
So
turtle.
I am going
This
to buy
week
heavy
only.
clothing from Larry.
Hey, don't go.
Alright, let's check out my new duds.
Dionne Warwick.
Oh my gosh!
Hey, don't walk on by. I look like
That's
Dionne
pretty
Warwick.
badass.
Yo, I got dinosaur eggs. We don't know what kind. Buy them and hatch them.
Oh, this is so cool. I actually really like this so far. I kind of like these new meshes for the characters. I'm also going the wrong way. Nines is on the other side of town. Excuse me. I'm gonna take this knife. I'm gonna sell it. Ah! Dude, just scaring me. Alright. Okay. I am gonna go grab some water, and I will be right back. Hello, Elysium! Hello! Welcome in. Oh, good night, Grip. Thank you for chilling. Always appreciate you being here when you can. Okay, hang on. Today's 13th. I'm doing good. That is not the correct keyboard. This is the... I'm gonna drop everything. Hang on. I am dropping everything. Except frames. There we go. Ah, there we go. But I'm good. Appreciate you stopping in.
Well, if it ain't the talk of the town, poster child for Cameron of the Never.
Good night, Griff. Have a good
What
sleep.
does the prince have his little bitch doing today?
Like, funny. Is Nines here?
Nines is expected. Have some manners and don't wear out your welcome. I'm skipped. Act up again, and I'll be the one showing your actions to the door.
I just walked in the door. That's all I did, dude. You got a few minutes to talk?
What's up? You've got to understand, Kindred. You're carrying a 6,000-year curse in your blood. No matter how powerful it makes you feel.
Yeah, he is a vampire man.
That blood is a tangle of chains that's going to leave you bound in servitude the rest of your existence.
Why do you say that?
Your elders command the blood. They control the blood, and the blood listens. You'll never even hear their call. That shit stretches all the way back to Cain. Nothing you can do. Some ancient sleeping in a tomb half a world away has a bad dream, and you don't feel that shit. Like it or not. Cain, man. Father of all vampires. Killed his brother Abel and was cursed by God.
But how are you this morning, Elysium? How are you doing today?
Some heavy shit, sister.
You mean Cain from the Bible, right? Like,
keep your voice down. Is Cain real? I don't know. Not sure I want to know. The point is, with this curse pulling your strings, you really want to sign away your right to fight by joining the Camarilla? I don't need to bare my fangs to feel good about myself. The masquerade is a fruity Camarilla lady. Other than that, I ain't got no problem with it. Live and let live.
That's good. That sounds like fun.
Got enough to worry about. You know, speaking of the masquerade, I just thought of something you might be able to help us out with. There's this girl who's been making a lot of noise lately. It's a real pain in the ass. She's a ghoul of this one Toreador creep who disappeared. Her name is Pat. She hangs out in the clubs downtown. She used to show up around here and act like she was everybody's best friend. It was all fun and games until her vampire sugar daddy stopped calling. Now she can't get her blood fixed and shit ain't so fun no more.
No, it doesn't sound like it. She understands he's gone?
Man, she's been told he was dead. She don't listen. Just asks again louder. She's gonna make a scene and get us all some real heat.
Alright, so what do you want me to do?
Just cross the line. The only time that mouth ain't blabbing is when it's sucking vampire blood. She's gotta disappear. Do this, and we'll keep it our little secret here. Alright, have fun. I'd love to do this with myself, but I know it's silent.
It's like everyone assumes I'm just gonna run through and murder people. So his voice actor is Phil Lamar. I usually remember him from Samurai Jack. He did the voice for Samurai Jack back in the day. But the voice actor's name is Phil Lamar. He's been in a bunch of stuff. He's just one of those voice actors who pops up in a lot of stuff. Like either as a background voice or like as a side character. That's usually where he pops up. Alright. So I will take care of it. Hi Jack, I'll talk to you in a minute. There's Damsel. Oh, Damsel's got a new shirt. Hi Nines.
You showed up. Good. Here's what I gotta tell you. And so you know, I don't lecture, I don't rap, I'm no bureaucrat. I'm just a guy out of nowhere came to be involved in something 500 times bigger than you and me. You got a right to know the score. The Camarilla, this is the short of it. They operate a lot like a pyramid scheme. There's a bunch of these old-timers at the top with God only knows what plots in mind. They lose their power, they die. They sired more to carry out their plans. And looking for a little power, then those kindred sired for their own schemes, and so on and on and on. It hurts my head just thinking about the mess. What it works out to is this. Only a few people at the top have any real power.
Yay! It's a Ponzi scheme. We love Ponzi schemes.
LaCroix? Shit. LaCroix's just the guy who backstabbed and wheeled and dealed his way into becoming king son of a bitch of all the local Camarilla. Him and any other traitors that sided with the Cam want power here, they'll get what's due. I learned the way of this world during the Depression. A bunch of old rich bastards screwed the country. But did they suffer?
Gee, that
No,
seems
the little
topical.
people suffered. You can't trust the people at the top. The world would be a better place without them. All you can do is get a group of people together who aren't assholes. Find a place to put your feet up and make some examples of the quote-unquote elite to keep the rest the hell out. Everyone's an equal here. The same thing this country used to be about. That's what LA has been, an anarch-free state. The Camarilla was kicked out on their ass a long time ago. We, the anarchs, didn't want to play their politics anymore. Now LaCroix and crew pop in like they never left? No goddamn way. Their laws don't apply to us.
Yes, yes. Phil Lamar was Hermes in Futurama. Now that I think about it. You are... Yes, yes. Thank you, Biggest.
LaCroix represents everything I hate. The Camarilla, stuck-up aristocrats, rich businessmen, crooked politicians. The only place LaCroix belongs is in an urn.
You tried meeting with him?
I got their meeting right here.
That was a I don't think that gun actually loads that way. I don't think that's how that works. Played enough Tomb Raider.
No such thing. And again, newbie, don't throw those kind of words around lightly. You're risking a beatdown. I fought to keep LA free since I was embraced. A long time later, I'm one of the only ones left that hasn't bidded or switched sides. The most veteran soldier in battle. Here's what I tell all the new blood. 1, you get careless, that blood will make you into a monster. But you rampage around here, you get put down. 2, don't kill and you feed. No reason to. In this city, there's lots of ways to slake the beast without leaving a trail of dead. 3, the Camarilla's full of shit. 4, watch your back, always. And lastly, learn how to fight. Because a speech ain't gonna save your ass when you're staring down the barrel of a shotgun.
I don't think he's gonna teach me how to fight.
After picking your ass up off the pavement back there, yeah. I can tell you don't even know the
Maybe
basics.
he'll give me, maybe I'll
Hold
get
your
free.
hands up like this, and keep your body at an angle. Makes you harder to hit. Keep your thumbs out of your fists and put your weight into your punches.
Oh man, thanks dude. Appreciate you.
LA's the school of hard knocks, so keep your friends close and your enemies in a barbecue pit. Once you square things with LaCroix, don't give that son of a bitch the time of night. I got my eye on you, kid.
Okay, well thank you, Nines. Thank you for the free point in... Oh yeah, I got a free point in Brawl. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Hey, Jackie.
Now look what the street chased him.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down there, kid. You're not reporting.
LaCroix the worst sparkling water.
We're just
Yep.
chatting. Comprende? That's usually the way the story goes. Same old bullshit politics.
Yeah, we got Hermes and Bender in the same building.
Don't it make you just want to rip somebody's spine out? What? You saying that's just me? Politics. The stuff that makes the rich get richer, keeps the powerful in power. Look at why you're out in Santa Monica in the first place. Because Prince
Here to kick
LaCroix
ass and drink
said
milk.
so.
And I've just finished my milk. Yep.
Because he never thought you'd make it back. If Nines didn't stand up for you in the courtroom, you would have been toast right there, man. Everybody knows that. It's bullshit Camarilla law. You gotta get it approved before you sire anyone. Vampire population control, fast crap. LaCroix wanted to look like the strong leader upholding the law. Kid, I never answered to no man in life. Now I sure as shit ain't taking orders from a vampire with a suit and a funny name. And when I die again, the devil's gonna have to cut me a deal if he wants my ass. Besides, I never trust anybody with an X in their name.
Oh, Jack. So American. It's so painful.
Public relations, man. Calculated risk. Events who are born in a boardroom. When Nines called him out, LaCroix realized it was time to show a carefully measured dose of Camarilla compassion. Yeah, man, it's called kicking ass and crushing the skulls of any asshole who steps on my toes. That seems to work. People dig it.
Oh, man. I love you, Jack.
LaCroix is
I
the
love you
boss
so
of
much, buddy.
Camarilla in L.A. That's it. LaCroix is the boss. That's rich.
Alright.
The facts are like this. The Camarilla need us to buy into their bullshit for any of their laws that mean dick. Now, telling free-living vampires they need to be ruled is a hard sell. So, the Camarilla baked up a play-nicey plan. Show everyone how great they are, so we'll all just jump on board.
I like your Motorhead vest. I'm just noticing that that's on his character model now.
Kid, we've lived in California, some of us for over 100 years, and we've kicked the Camarilla's ass out of town before. Seems like every time they smell blood, they're back trying to take over.
Who is we?
The free living dead, kiddo. A lot of people like to use the label anarchs. What the hell that means? Those got a nice tickle though, huh?
Right.
Sure thing, kiddo. What's on your...
Actually, I'm on my way out of here because I don't have anything else to really talk to him about right now. I have to go talk to LaCroix. I've got to go talk to the dude in the fancy suit with the funny name. Because no matter what game I play, I can't seem to get away from the French. So we'll go talk to LaCroix, then we'll go talk to Strauss. And then I could do Pish's quest. I could do the hospital. 'Cause that won't take very long. It's our boy! It's Chunk. Hi, Chunk.
Hey there, Missy. Small world, huh? Yep, after that gallery, I didn't think I'd be able to get a job guarding a room full of Jack Squat from the Boogity Man. But then I get a call offering me this sweet night shift slot, and I'm back in the security game. Well, enough about my lucky break. You, here to see one of the bigwigs, Missy?
Yep, I'm here to see Mr. LaCroix.
Would that be Sebastian LaCroix of the LaCroix Foundation, or Dwayne LaCroix of Insurrection Baby Formula Company?
Sebastian.
Okay then. Mr. LaCroix, he told me to expect someone fitting your description sometime tonight. You go right on up.
Thank you, Chunk.
You have a good power meeting, or whatever it is you types do up there. Do you need any security? Well, you just ring the front desk and ask for Officer Chunk. That's me, in case you were wondering.
It does. It does sound pretty metal.
Yeah, I get that all the time. The name goes back to my football days. Actually, my fantasy football days at the station. Stationarium. That was this office supply outlet mall I used to watch. Hey, you kids! No skating in the parking lot! That was me.
Oh, I love him. I love him so much. Such a sweet cinnamon roll of a man. Probably has so many things wrong. Hi, LaCroix. Your office is still stupidly tacky. Like, good lord. This is... You basically stole a room out of Ezio Auditore's house. That's really what this is. But hello. Hello.
There you are. I was informed of your presence in the building. Since you're here, I'll take the liberty of assuming you've destroyed the warehouse. This is correct, yes?
Yes, but...
Most excellent. I had no doubt you'd prove my decision a prudent one. I trust you encountered no impediments to your progress on account of my personnel.
Alright, no worries, Elysium. Thank you for stopping in. Always wonderful to see you. Have a good day at work. Santa Monica Kindred were a little two-faced, but, you know, that's pretty much it.
A taste of what's to come. You have no idea. You've done well, circumstances being what they were. I will admit, not many in your position would have overcome such a trial. But don't misunderstand me. It was no fool's errand. You may yet prove to be a genuine asset. It's a bit disturbing the lack of talent within this organization as of late. Tell me, what would you say to doing a bit of reconnaissance for me?
Sure. What do I do?
There have been whispers, rumors spreading around the Kindred community concerning the Elizabeth Dane, the cargo ship that was towed into port recently. Have you heard of it?
No.
The Dane was found out at sea. The reports say it was without crew, but they have yet to report a fate of said crew. The police are investigating the Dane as we speak. Even the Nosferatu have little information on what's been found. However, the reason the ship has caused such speculation is because it was transporting an object called the Ankaran sarcophagus. Now, I'm not one to predicate a decision based on conjecture, so what I need is fact. And more importantly, I need evidence that the occurrences on the Dane were not supernatural in nature, and in no way relate to this Ankaran sarcophagus.
Why do I have to go? Why can't you send somebody else to do it?
Should I repeat myself? I do believe I mentioned the fact that I bent the delicate laws that govern our society to allow you a chance to live. If that isn't enough, I can't give you another reason.
Alright, what do you want me to do?
You have 3 objectives. 1. I want you to examine the sarcophagus for anything unusual. You may sense something peculiar about the sarcophagus. In fact, many kindred in the city have reported an uneasiness in the air since the Dane's arrival. Do not, under any circumstances, open the Ankaran sarcophagus. Secondly, the police have begun their investigation. Find out what they have concluded thus far. Thirdly, take the cargo manifest for the ship. I want to find out what else it was carrying. The last thing we want is police aware of our existence, so be careful what you do in front of them. And unlike the warehouse, you cannot wholesale slaughter a ship full of lawmen without consequences. Is this understood?
Yes.
Good. Oh, and it has come to my attention that you had an encounter with Nines Rodriguez earlier. The man so does love to throw that cretinous charm of his brashly about. What exactly did Mr. Rodriguez say?
Nothing.
How uncharacteristic of them. Now that that's out of the way, I trust you're prepared to leave for the Dane.
Yes, I will go. I'm just gonna leave.
I'm counting on an encore exposition of the talent you showed earlier. Go. And remember, under no circumstances are you to open the Ankaran sarcophagus. We'll talk later. Good. There's a boat waiting for you on the beach in Santa Monica. One more thing. You've been careless lately about maintaining
I have one violation. Uno.
See that you don't attract any more attention.
One. Teensy-weensy little mistake because I turned into a pseudo-werewolf lady to beat the shit out of a bunch of thugs. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Ugh. So picky. So anal retentive. But I suppose that's the Ventru thing. That's why I like being a Ventru. Okay. So we are gonna go and do... Oh, God. We're gonna do the hospital quest real quick. Going to chill out with Pisha. Yeah, no, I mean, every time I go to talk to LaCroix, it's like trying to talk to your dad. It's like trying to talk to your dad when you know your dad is just gonna be disappointed in everything you do. Regardless of it. Hello.
Help me! Help
It's coming for me.
They're eating her, and then they're gonna eat me. Oh my god! That's what's going on here. What's going on here, dude?
My crew, we were here shooting for my show. I'm a parapsychologist, haunted LA. Oh God, it was right behind me. We've got to get out of here.
What's behind you? Because I see nothing.
I'll level with you.
Unless Chris Walker's gonna come barreling down that hallway, you should not be screaming.
Downstairs, weird shit started happening. My crew, they all started disappearing. I don't know what's happening.
Ugh, whatever. You wait here.
Don't go down there. We've got to get out. It's coming. It's coming.
Well, okay, dude. You stay here. I'm gonna go and do the thing. Well, that was something. You are amazing, Farrell. You are a queen. Boop. I like how only select cameras are still working in this hospital. You know, this actually kind of looks like the Memorial Institute from Dead by Daylight. Like a really weird, cramped version of it. Like, you'd almost expect, Yep, and only on select monitors. It's very picky. Take that morphine. Anything else in here? But yeah, it's almost like you would expect the doctor or the trapper or Nemesis to come, like, barreling down the hallway. Coming to get you. Remember, was there anything in here worth taking? No, I don't think so. I am in a hole. I have many plans for this weekend. Most of it is I'm gonna clean up the apartment, clean up my apartment, and maybe if I can book some time, maybe go down to the cat cafe with a friend, because they so when the cat cafe I go to here where I live, they what they do is they work with the Humane Society here. So a lot of the cats that they have are up for adoption. So, and I would like to get a furry baby, because I live by myself and it's sad. And it's, you know, I finally have permission, so I'm just like, you know, I kind of want to start. I want to start looking. I want to get Kitty. Yeah, well, they are a thing. Did I get stuck on something? There we go. Yeah, I got stuck on something. Hey, Pisha, how's it going?
Real terror is not the sight of death. It is the fear of death. What is the fear of death? Terror of the unknown. Is it these eyes you peer into? No, I am not the unknown. You and I are closer kin than you and it were.
You know it is the unknown? David S. Pumpkins. You ate that no. Nah, what are you?
Drinking blood to sustain your death. You are damned, yes? What if, besides the blood of the living, you had to eat pounds of their flesh to maintain that thin facade of life? What would you call it? Twice damned?
I don't need to kill to stay alive.
We drink blood. I eat flesh. Kine eat food. But Kine think us a monster. Without remorse, they would burn our body twice over to be certain we were destroyed. What is unnatural for some is vital for others.
Like those people who eat tarantula legs.
My birth name I tell no one. You may address me as Pisha. Pisha was the name of my companion and lover in a time before my death, 230 years ago. She has no need of it anymore.
Alright, so why are you in a condemned building?
My stay in this city is transitory. I seek relics of the occult traced here and would trade similar artifacts to acquire them. But if you wish to bargain with me, the Kine upstairs must be sent down here. He has seen too much.
He's never gonna come down here. He's scared out of his mind.
Tell him this was all a ruse. His friends playing a joke. He will come. He must come down here. If he leaves, the frail disguise we wear for mortals will be seen through.
Alright. Well, guess we'll go deal with it. Guess we'll go tell this man that, you know, he kinda has to die. Oh no, he is gone. But he conveniently left this business card. How useful. I love it when NPCs leave convenient business cards. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, teeny little side quests. Actually, oh, I got plenty of experience. Okay. Kind of want to bump up my... I want to bump up my persuasion. So we tend to up charisma. 6 for rhetoric. And I can put another point. Yes, it is. It is basic etiquette. If Yakuza 0 taught me anything, that is proper business etiquette. You meet someone new, you just throw your business card on the floor. It's just good business. Okay. I'm gonna have to eat somebody soon. Some of those dudes are still running around freaking out. Well, make things easy for me. Okay. Much better shape now. So, we gotta do the thing with Patty. Because I'm curious. I know you can send Patty to Pisha. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Console. Don't want console. Hang on. Lost my cursor for 2 seconds. Okay.
I knew you'd talk.
I wonder if I can send her to Vandal.
All, like, totally drawn to me. I'm surprised I don't know you. I usually meet all the LA vampires out on the scene. Not a lot of you out tonight, which is weird, because I don't know of any parties going on.
Vampires, huh?
No, come on. It's totally cool. I'm Patty. Seriously, everyone knows me. Besides, I just wanted to ask you if you've seen someone.
Okay.
His name is Kent Allen Ryan. He's a toreador. Really good looking, dresses really well, like all Prada usually.
I have seen him recently.
Totally awesome. It just goes to show you that you don't have to dress cute or care what you look like to be a cool girl. So, where is Kent?
Bottom of the... Okay. Now, I sent her to San Diego last time, and I know I can send her to Pisha. But... I kind of want to do something different. And it's a terrible, terrible thing. But I kind of want to do something different.
Oh, that is totally Kent. He's so like that. I better go find him. He needs my help to do anything. Thanks again.
Alright, so she's gonna leave. And we're gonna be terrible people, and we're gonna go eat her. And by we, I mean me. I'm gonna be a terrible person, and I'm gonna go eat this woman. Oh, I feel so dirty! Seriously, that's the alley you pick? God damn it, Patty. I'm also wondering, if I kill Patty, if Vandal will let me buy blood again. Just gonna follow Patty ever so slowly, ever so quietly. Oh my gosh, lady! Oh, and I gotta wait for this dude too. Oh my god, I'm really gonna murder somebody. Okay. Out of curiosity, I'm just gonna do a quick save here. I wonder what Patty has to say.
What are you doing here? Where's Kent?
I'm gonna eat ya. Oh, wow! The animation screwed up! Sorry, Patty. It's nothing personal. Oh my god! Oh! Nobody... Oh god. Now the cops are harassing me. This is great. I love this. This is so wonderful. Oh man, this is beautiful. I'm so happy right now. Probably shouldn't have run back out onto the street right after eating her. Hang on. Okay, yeah. That's technically what you're supposed to do, is you're supposed to kill her. You just have to deal with her. Like, Skelter doesn't tell you how, but...
What are you doing here? Where's Kent?
Om nom noms. No, I'm pretty sure there is... Just eat the witnesses. Problem solved. Oop. Okay, I'm gonna hide down here for a bit. I just know I can't go back out that way. I can't eat all the witnesses. I unfortunately can't eat people that fast. That's not how this game works. Why is there a mailbox here? That's weird. Okay. Oh, now I'm over here. Okay. But it's fine. I only had the one humanity point that I lost. I still have plenty of humanity. I'm good. Since I successfully avoided being seen this time, not running away from a murder. Hello, sir. I guess so. I'm just like, well, interesting. Please tell me I don't need to blood buff my way in. Hooray! I can pick all of the locks. I am amazing. Take that, because I'll need it later. Oops. Okay, I'm too stupid to hack this. Okay. So, this man, brave as he is, hiding in his closet. Hello, sir.
You're from the hospital. But my crew, are they...
It was a joke.
Really? A joke? A joke, right? Oh, real funny. Oh, you got me good. I'm going to hurt some people very quickly.
Yeah, you do that, buddy. Bye. Well. He's super dead. He does. They are very serious bookshelves. I'm not smart enough for this. So I'll just blood buff our way in. Boop. Take those.
Mr. Milton, you know who this is, and I do hope you realize that we're still on for tonight. Meet me at the agreed-upon location across from the bar by the underpass. Bring your associate, Mr. Durbin, as it is a two-man job that I am proposing. With any luck, the two of you are already on your way, and I shall see you soon. Goodbye.
Okay. That is an interesting spot for an amp. And a guitar. Which I'm... Wait, what's this? Kendo for advanced students? What is that? I found an instruction manual. Just lying around. And I'm too stupid to read this book. to go talk to Strauss. But it's good. I'm gonna be heading back that way. So we'll stop. We'll talk to Strauss. We'll, do the stuff under the underpass. And... yeah, and I can squeeze in the Elizabeth Dane before calling it a night. Okay. Alright, so first stop, Pisha. Clean up that quest. Get credit for what I did.
The kind's fate was sealed the moment he entered. Do not waste time debating the morality. If a man walks into a tiger's domain, it may result in his being devoured. So it has.
Alright, so about these things you were telling me about.
Yes, I am searching for 2 items I have tracked to this area. One, I believe, may be in one of the local museums. I have not yet searched them all. The other I believe to be in the Giovanni's possession, though I have not confirmed it. For these items, I will exchange items of similar worth.
Okay, tell me about the item in the museum.
A fetish is described in a 19th century chronicle of a British platoon's encounter with a local tribe. Soldiers would go missing in the night and be replaced by these fetishes. It may be valuable to my studies.
And the other?
It is used to communicate with certain entities otherworldly. It is a tome called the Voce del Morte. Should you find yourself within the walls of the Giovanni, seize the opportunity and take it, or they will make sure you never have another.
Some serious Blair Witch stuff. Alright, well, if I find it, I will bring it by. Thank you, Pisha, for all your help. I appreciate you. There we go. Okay. Come on, up. There we go. Alright. So that's Pisha's quest done. Stop in, say hi to Strauss. Then we'll stop in and talk to Skelter. Get my experience for taking care of Patty. Graph out of date rebuilding. Thank you. Let me in. Oh, interesting. That's an interesting place to put that. Can I read things? Nope. Not good enough for this yet. Okay. Hello, Mr. Strauss. How are you? Totally not Dr. Manhattan.
Greetings, neonate. Might I assume you received my invitation? I have been looking forward to meeting you for quite some time.
I'm assuming you are...
Strauss. Maximilian Strauss. I am the regent of this chantry.
Oh my god, I have so much hair everywhere. So, what exactly is a chantry?
A chantry is a local gathering place for those of the Tremere clan. I live here, as do apprentices from time to time.
Just realizing I put my shirt on backwards. Whoops. Okay, and your regent, what is that?
A regent is the leader of a chantry, as well as a teacher to young Tremere apprentices who are studying the mysteries of our clan.
Can you tell me about the mysteries?
I'm sorry, neonate. the secrets of the Tremere clan are hidden from all but those who share our blood. You would do best not to look into them any further.
Okay. What can you tell me?
Let me give you some advice, young one. Your survival in kindred society will often depend on your ability to find out yourself what is going on around you. Remember that well.
Thanks, Dad.
As for what is going on here in downtown, the word on everyone's lips, kindred or kind, seems to be epidemic.
Why? What's going on?
It seems that disease has been spreading at an alarming rate throughout the downtown population. Considering our particular appetites, the local kindred are more than concerned about these developments.
Let's check something. Interesting.
Yes, indeed.
As much fun as it is to say, dude, that shit is whack. I haven't said, dude, that shit is whack since I was like 10.
Of certain passions often leads to such things. Ergo, their need for the watchful eye of the Camarilla.
Well, maybe I can look into the epidemic.
An interesting proposition. If you succeed in finding the cause of this epidemic and putting an end to it, I will compensate you appropriately for your efforts.
Sounds like a plan.
Very well. Again, I recommend speaking with the Anarchs. You can find most of them at the local watering hole, reveling in the vices of their former lives. I believe the place is called The Last Round.
Alright, well, thank you. I'll check in with you later. Nice to see you, as always. Totally not Dr. Manhattan. I'm gonna leave. So I think it's right, left. There we go. There's the door. I haven't run into the awesome door glitch where I accidentally get stuck indoors. It's been most fortuitous. Okay. Playing for the Angels, a cultish personality. Okay. Oops. Apparently there was a bum talking about crab nibbles. Weird. Not the weirdest thing, but weird. Okay. I'll do the last round as my last little errand over here. Because I'll just talk to Skelter, get experience for Patty, and I'll talk to Damsel, and get what I need. First, I gotta do this. Oh, he's super dead! And there was a bum who saw it all. Save my game here real quick. Hey, dude.
Did you see it?
You mean the headless corpse? It's kind of hard to miss. It's like impaled. It's like a really, really bad version of
He
Jesus.
done tore him up.
Jesus.
Right in two. Ripped him apart like a rag doll.
Who?
These two guys, the dead guy and the other, when they showed up, I've been living here, so I hid. I thought maybe they was owners or cops come to clean the place out.
And the other guy?
The dead fella called him Muddy.
So, this dead man and Muddy, what were they doing?
They was waiting on someone. They was going to do some kind of job, they were saying. But the person they was meeting, well, he was late. So the one guy leaves to find the phone and call him, and the dead guy stayed. Oh, that's when the killer, that's when he showed up.
Showed up.
1 second he wasn't there, and then he was. Like out of the shadows he come up. Scared the shit out of the dead guy. I'd like to scream, but I couldn't breathe.
And then what happened?
Oh, that killer, he grew these claws. I swear it, I saw it. The dead guy went white like he seen the devil, and then the killer grabbed him round the neck and lifted him up and started cursing at the guy.
What'd he say?
Oh, I couldn't hear too good.
something about revenge for what he did or what they did. The killer made sure that guy knew who he was and then ripped him open. Just tore him apart. He did it real slow, made the guy scream.
Right. Well, you shouldn't tell anybody about what you saw. Because if you do, they're gonna... The lovely men in white coats are gonna come and get you.
Okay, I will. I don't want to never think about that again.
Alright. I get a Masquerade Redemption. I think I get humanity for sparing the bum. No, I don't. There's literally no benefit to sparing the bum. Oh my god. This game. Okay. Car stereo. Hotel key. And that is gonna be this for me. So we head back outside. Go talk to Damsel and Skelter. Oh man, this is part of what I didn't like about downtown. A lot of it is just fetch quests. These all feel like fetch quests. Nobody likes fetch quests. At least I don't. Hey, dude.
What's up?
Took care of Patty.
Ghouls ain't nothing but trouble, if you ask me. It's a weakness, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, I'm glad to be of service. I appreciate you. I have 7 experience to my name. Okay. I thought I would have more, but... Hang on.
Is about chase you in here, Carrie?
That was a weird noise. I don't know what caused that.
Heard Nine saved your ass again. You think LaCroix would have stopped counting his money long enough to get your back, Jack?
Dude, lady, what the fuck's your problem?
Oh, you want to know what my problem is? All right, I'll tell you what my problem is. You ready? You are my goddamn problem. Anyone who would lay it down for some cape in an ivory tower deserves what they get.
Hey.
Cape, Cammy. Camarilla elders. The ones that have been around so long they think candlelight's a keen invention. You're doing their dirty work and you don't even know it.
Look, I am a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. I make my own fate. And yes, it's true, Nines had to pick me up off the pavement, but yeah, I would have been fine. I just would have beaten the shit out of them if I'd been allowed to get up.
That's real. Let me put it in perspective for you. The Camarilla claims every kindred's part of the organization regardless. You do something they don't like, well, you're Camarilla, so you get punished under their laws. Like it or not.
And is there a point to this?
You need to start listening, or you're gonna wind up just like your sire.
And who are you?
I'm Damsel, grandmother of these mothers, and one pissed bitch since LaCroix was in.
Well, neat. I don't know about LaCroix, but I'm cool with Nines.
Hey, Cammy. I don't apologize often, but it's just with all the shit that's been going down lately. And on top of it, this plague bearer getting the CDC's attention, maybe I misjudged you is all I'm saying.
What's a plague bearer?
A plague bearer's a fool that doesn't care who they feed from. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. We can't get sick, but the kind can. And kindred that feed on them start spreading disease. Enough to get sick, it's an epidemic. CDC's in town as we speak.
Last thing we need is the CDC. I mean, that just makes everything topical. So how do you get rid of one?
Seen Old Yeller? May sound cruel, but it's necessary. If someone puts together 2 and 2 as to the real cause of an outbreak of bloodborne diseases, guess what happens? So the plague bearer's gotta be found and put down. If the Camarilla really gives a damn, they'll help us out.
Alright, sure, I'll help you out.
One of our boys' ghouls, name's Paul, lives nearby in the Skyline Apartments. Been a stranger lately.
Looked like death last time he was here. Said he didn't get bit, but maybe you can get more info out of him.
Ghouls. Why is it always ghouls? Fine, let's check it out.
Wait, if Paul's not talking, you might want to start questioning the homeless pop. So many have been dying lately that it takes the city a few days to pick up the bodies.
Neat. Thank you, damsel. I appreciate you. What is that noise? And why does it only happen when I stand next to damsel? Dude, this is just creepy. I'm gonna leave. This place is weird. Okay. So I think I've got time. I've got time to go do the Elizabeth Dane. Oh, pardon me. And then I think that'll be it for me tonight. So we'll go do the Elizabeth Dane for the prince and get my XP for that.
Need a ride?
Yeah. Let's go. Stuck.
Hey, what can I say? You preserved
Hey,
my
Mercurio.
ass.
Missed you, buddy.
I truly appreciate you not saying anything, and I want you to know I take care of those who do me favors. So from now on, you need equipment, info, you come see me at my apartment. Don't hesitate.
Oh, you definitely look like you're feeling better.
I tell you, that blood you guys got's an amazing thing. Help close up a few wounds. This back alley patch fixed up the rest. I needed that beating. Good reminder not to overestimate my ability. Last time it's gonna happen.
Hang on, I am going to do a couple of things here real quick. Okay. So I'm gonna have to start looking for somebody to raid soonish. Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're doing good. I need some equipment. What have you got? He's got nothing. Wow. Well, I'll take this opportunity to just clear out my inventory. Alright. Well, thanks, buddy. How much money do I have? Gee, I don't have that much. Right. I'm gonna hop in this little boat. Alright.
Yo, Pally, over here.
Hey, dude.
Ah, for Christ's sakes. Tell Jacobson if he plans on making editor-in-chief, he's got to start working with me. I can't keep getting him these scoops if he's gonna send high school journalists who don't know enough to wear something that would blend in.
Look, he didn't tell me anything, dude.
Jeez. What kind of wood stain? Don't think to at least show dressed up like an investigator, a Coast Guard guy, something. Didn't you ever see Fletch? What, are they just handing out those diplomas nowadays?
Dude, we gotta work fast.
Alright, look. I got you a copy of the initial report, and I can get you into the cabin, but you gotta make yourself real scarce after that. Anybody catches you, I don't know you. And no goddamn flash photography, brainchild.
Gotcha.
Hold up a sec. Hines to Marsh. Hines to Marsh. Marsh, they need you up in the bridge. Over. There. The security room will be clear. Head down the stairs behind you and stay low. When you get down there, wait for me to call off the guy guarding gangway A. As soon as he leaves, get your ass moving, and don't let him see you. I'll give you a couple of minutes, but don't dilly-dally. In and out, okay? Don't forget to stay out of sight. If anyone sees you, you're on your own. Take the stairs up to the security room. There'll be a computer in there. The password is Lighthouse. Lighthouse. All one word. You getting all this? Now get a move on. And don't forget to tell Jacobson I get double my usual fee for this one.
Alright, well, works for me. Let's do the thing.
Hines to Jacobson. Anderson. Hines to Anderson. Come in, Anderson. Come check this out. I just saw a baleen whale. Yeah?
Go look at the whales. Go say hi to the whales. Just gonna slowly inch around the corner. 'Cause I'm a sneaky snick. I am the sneakiest of sneaks. Let me in, let me in. Apparently there is an owl on this boat, out in the harbor. Okay. Okay, hang on. Should have enough experience to bump myself up a little bit, and I can use blood buff to get the rest. Oh. Yeah, put another point into computer. This hacking is bizarrely very useful in this game. Well, that was a waste of a blood pack. Give me 2 seconds. We're gonna cheat. We're gonna cheat. Because this is actually lore. So give me 2 seconds here. I gotta find this. Gotta look it up. Agent's riddle. Okay, Lighthouse. Okay, they don't have the password in here. Hang on. Hang on, I'm gonna Google this because this is lore and I didn't get to do this last time. And it's world building. me see here. Antonio Bay. Okay. I'm just gonna punch the computer. Really mad at it, okay? I'm really mad. Water's calm as we head out of Istanbul. Professor Johansson seemed very worried about the safety of the sarcophagus and various other artifacts. Yep, that's the truth. That is truth. That is science. I did computer science for 8 years. Absolutely. That is how you get the computer to do what you want. You punch it. And various artifacts from his dig, but I assured him that all was well. Rough waters last evening. Operations normal, but the crew seems restless. One of the Turks has been telling them ghost stories. I had Lieutenant Stygian take him aside and speak with him. Yep. Nothing to report. Situation normal. Two of the crew have gone missing, and I fear they may have fallen overboard sometime during the night. No trace of either. Lieutenant Stygian has tried to contact their families, but something seems to have gone wrong with the radio. We may have a saboteur on board. The crate holding the sarcophagus seems to have been opened. We have found blood on the upper and lower decks, and it seems that at least 3 more of the crew are missing. The men are hysterical. I found the Turk in his cabin curled up into a ball, muttering something indecipherable to himself. Lieutenant Stygian is one of the missing crew, as well as the radio technician. One of the men had a shortwave radio, but all calls for help have gone unanswered. I leave this ship to whoever may find it. This ship is cursed. May it sink to the crushing depths of Davy Jones' locker before... Okay, this dude just fell asleep. He just died on his keyboard. That is the conclusion we are given. He died on his keyboard. Okay. So explore the crime scene. Now I just gotta get into the records room. Grab the manifest. At some point I need to play this game as a Nosferatu, because there's a very different route you have to take if you're a Nosferatu. Because you don't get the help from the cop when you first get on board. Yeah, no, I have to go through the store. No, doors! I am stuck on all of the doors. Sneaking back, sneaking back. Okay. Just jump over into the boat. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. What am I doing experience-wise? I got 6 points of experience. Nice. I gotta start saving up points for my next levels of, my next level of fortitude. Because I need to be able to tank That is something I am learning as I'm playing a gangrel. I need to be able to take a hit.
Hop in.
Alright, we go back downtown. I punched the cab for good measure. Oh, hey, Heather.
Hey, I know this might seem creepy and all, but please don't blow me off, okay? Someone told me I could find you here. I mean, I've been looking all over for you since that night. Because I just wanted to... I'm in your debt. I want to help you. I owe you my life, and I feel like I need to repay you. I almost forgot. I'm Heather. Heather Poe. I'm not weirding you out or anything, am I?
That's hard to do. You're looking much better. You're not bleeding out.
Only because of you. What you did for me. Here, I got you this. I thought you might be able to use it. It can be useful to you. I'd do anything. Just tell me you'll let me help you. Let me stay with you. Make me feel this way.
Okay. But sure. Definitely, I'd love to have you stay with me.
Really? I promise you won't regret it. Promise.
Not creepy in the slightest.
Things, everything. I want to be important to you.
Alright, well. Oh my god! Can she follow me around? Can Heather follow me around? I don't really want to bring her with me. So, yeah, it is very exploitative. I'm not gonna have her follow me around right now. But, wow. I'll have to check that out. Because that seems like interesting. So why don't you go wait at my place?
I know where you live. I checked there first. I'll wait for you at your place. And when you do come back, I'll take care of whatever you want. I'd do anything for you.
Thank you, Heather. You do what you want. Oh boy, I forget how creepy that first conversation with her is. Hi, Chunk, I'm back.
Evening, Missy. You back to see Mr. LaCroix again? Yeah, he told me to send you up as soon as you came in. Lots of people here to see Mr. LaCroix. Nice guy. He seems a little different.
Yeah, well, let's go, Chunk.
You know, I'm keeping the undesirables out and the innocent safe and secure. I'm the thin blue line that separates the crazies from the hard-working, decent folks. Yep, as long as I'm around, Mr. LaCroix's got nothing to worry about.
Aw, sure he appreciates you, Chunk. You are a sweet cinnamon roll. Now, I almost forgot. Because we gotta milk this for all it's worth. I gotta go back to the last round real quick. I gotta talk to Nines one more time, I think. Because anything I can get out of free stats, I will take. I think it's as soon as I start this next quest that Nines goes... I don't have access to Nines anymore. So I gotta do it now.
"2 minutes, newbie. All the time I've got to spare right now."
Tell me about yourself.
Came to California to get out of the Dust Bowl during the 30s. Been fighting this fight since the 40s when we kicked out the camera. I was new to it all back then. Not a whole lot of people from those nights still around. And some of them are. They're just not anarchs anymore.
Is it worth it?
That's a stupid question. Freedom doesn't come cheap. At any time, you gotta be ready to defend it. A lot of blood's been shed for what we have.
Any advice?
Alright, this might help you out. I use guns, but most vamps get up close and personal. In that case, thing to do is to let him come in for the attack first, and dodge it or take it in the gut. Then use your blade to deliver the death blow. Time's up. Come around in a few nights if you're still alive. Maybe I'll have time to get.
Alright, thank you, Nines. I appreciate the free stats. I'll talk to Jack later. Okay. Go talk to LaCroix, and then I think I'm gonna call it a night. So I'm starting to yawn up storms, and... It's shortly after 1 in the morning for me. Not as late as it, you know, for some folks, but... I'm a sleepy sheepy. My spirit animal is an 80-year-old woman. Okay, hang on. We're gonna run down this alleyway and see if there's somebody down here to eat. Because I should feed before my blood drains anymore. Hi, Larry. What? Okay, people just left a TV lying on the street. That's cool. Love it. Okay, hang on. We're gonna do a thing. Yep, they're over there getting busy. Just gonna stand over here and wait. You guys done yet? Yep. Okay. That was close. I almost missed him. But nice. We are back up on blood. So we'll run back in, talk to LaCroix. And pick up my next quest. Which is actually one of my favorite quests for this section of the game. Ah, I gotta talk to Chunk again. Okay.
Yeah, you go right. Let's see what we got on good old camera 3. Oh, well, hello there. I've been thinking about you. Oh, yeah. I want to lick you all over. Then make my way down to your creamy center and... What the... Get your hands off my Bavarian cream!
He's looking at donuts. He's looking at donuts. Oh, Chunk. Oh, Chunk. I love you so much.
I've said all I need to for now.
Hey guys, how's it going? Your jackets are weird. They don't like to obey the laws of physics. Hi, dude. I looked at the boat and I saw things.
I don't have time for a monologue. Give me the bullet points of what you saw.
Everyone on board was massacred, no survivors.
And the Ankaran sarcophagus. What did you see?
Blood all over the floor, handprints indicate it was opened from within.
Let's not jump to conclusions. Give me the manifest in your notes. I'll sort this mess later. You might have noticed when you came in, the parade of malingering mollycoddles filing out.
Yeah, what was that all about?
Those were the Primogen, this city's clan elders. A worrisome bunch devoted first and foremost to the security of their own skin. Which is why they were here. It seems Alistair Grout, the Malkavian Primogen, has either forgotten how to answer his phone, or is missing. The Sabot's appearance has put the Primogen on edge. Grout's mansion is in the Hollywood Hills. I need you to pry Grout out of whatever crack he's crawled into, and have him contact us.
Alright. House call to a goddamn shut-in. Sure, fine. What a waste of time.
Each minor problem, like a grain of sand. Each night, I inherit the desert. It's the seemingly insignificant, time-consuming trivialities that plague my night. Which is why, when I assign you a simple task, I only want to hear unbridled vehemence on your part. Understood?
Jeez, fine. Fine. Somebody's Cheerios were pissed in.
Yes. About Grout. As I said, Grout is the Malkavian primogen. His behavior and home are eccentric, to say the least. He's developed a paranoid bent lately, so you may have to check under every bed in the place for him.
Alright. Well, I will, go and deal with
When
that.
we hear from Grout, you may come back. Until then.
Okay. Thanks, dude. Okay. So, gonna level up. Got 8 points. What do I want to do with him? Yeah, no, it feels good to be getting back to this one. I haven't played this in a while, and I forgot how much fun it was. So, yeah, I'll save my points, but I'm gonna go ahead and save my game. We'll make a new save for this. Okay. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. I always appreciate you guys stopping in, and it was again, it was really fun to come back to this one. Because I haven't played it in a while. So, let me see who we got to raid. Because maybe, just maybe, maybe somebody else is playing vampire now. So let me see if there is somebody playing vampire. Okay. Nobody playing Bloodlines. Oh, there's Blood Hunt. I don't really want to send you guys to this one. It's very, very different. Vampire Survivors. Is anybody playing Survivors? Yeah, I don't really want to send you off to that. Okay. So I'm not super into any vampire-related streams that are around. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably just going to send you guys over to DJ. Because he's playing some Tomb Raider. I believe he's playing Classic Tomb Raider. Let me take a look. Hang on, I gotta sit through an ad. Why are there so many ads? Okay. Yeah, okay, so it looks like he's doing some classic Tomb Raider 1. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that up. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you again to the Smoking Dragons for the raid. As always, it is super appreciated, and if you guys aren't checking out If you guys don't follow the Smoking Dragons or haven't checked them out, definitely go do that. They are totally worth it. Wonderful group of people. But I will be back next week. I'll be back on Wednesday with Civilization 6 night with family, unless something comes up and I have to change things up. Other than that, maybe stuff on a whim, who knows, but definitely next Wednesday. Until then, have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful rest of your day, a wonderful rest of your night, wherever you are in the world. But thank you so much. Much love, and let's go say hi to DJ. So good night, everybody. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Good night. I don't have enough hands for this. I keep forgetting that I should be using my left hand, and I'm right-handed. Bye.